I, Siddhant Pradhan, the EC President at Anon Global Foundation, welcome you all for our program for the amazing journey that's gonna redefine this particular whole aspects of the things that we're gonna take ahead. With that, let's get started. That why are we here? What is the purpose of this particular program? And I would be accompanied by my co-host, Ms. Pooja Sachdeva. Pooja, ma'am, we're gonna go ahead and take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhant. Good evening to everyone and happy Gurpurab to everyone. I am Pooja Sachdeva, the co-host for the evening. I am blessed as I am known, the team leader of Project Uchai. I have been passionate about supporting and uplifting underprivileged with grace. Aren't we, Siddhant, blessed by the architects of the future today? We
Indeed,
are
ma'am.
thrilled to have such a distinguished and diverse group of participants with us today. शिक्षक का आशीर्वाद वो अनमोल धरोहर है जो हमारे जीवन में ज्ञान, सद्गुण और आत्मविश्वास की नींव रखता है. Rooted in values and dedicated to progress, we are taking you to about Anon. Anon is a catalyst committed to innovation, excellence, integrity, with a focus in promoting and enabling mental and physical well-being for our community. Proudly, the team has a journey of 5 years, has conducted 1,300 sessions, completed 25 batches of internships at pan-India level. जहां स्पष्ट दृष्टि होती है वहां हर कदम एक मिशन की ओर बढ़ता है. And here's the vision of Anon. Built on a foundation of trust and collaboration, Anon has a vision for all-round welfare of the society. As a beacon of acts and growth, Anon carries holistic health solutions for sustainable livelihood. Over to you, Siddhant.
Thank you so much, ma'am. To take these things forward, it's time to move ahead with our milestones. I mean, if we are moving ahead with our vision and mission, that how many milestones we have attained is our progress that we have sustained. I mean, definitely you can see on your screen that how things have been going around, but we have an external saying that self-praise has no recommendation. After completion of your 3 months of fellowship, our educators would be encouraged to share their milestones, their success stories, and this particular advocacy will showcase our growth and achievement, which would be louder than this particular slide. But definitely, you can go through with the numbers that we have attained and achieved so far. But there are many more highlights to be covered, more specifically, the moments that we have shared yesterday, tomorrow, and maybe in future. Moving ahead, the very recent, as you can see on your screen, the program that is the interns meet, the very first event that happened, we had our AGF Teacher Connects program. We had a program that was specifically for our teachers, which stands for Anon Global Foundation Teachers Connect. Moreover, in upcoming, next slides, you will see other events also that would be in front of your screen pretty soon, but that would be Anon Utsav 2024. And coming, if you have to talk about Anon Utsav, it's the one grand event that will have all our volunteers, all our guest speakers under one roof. And it's a saying that I say to my interns that कर्म कर फल की चिंता मत कर क्योंकि फल का क्या है फल तो Anon दे देगा and definitely that saying definitely implies towards Anon Utsav because this is a movement where we as a volunteer work for a cause, work for a purpose, but Anon makes sure that we are being applauded with this particular platform. And it's not just Anon Utsav 2024. We did had Anon Utsav 2023. We had Anon Utsav 2022. Which was pretty special for me also. At that particular moment, I was also one of the intern and the very first volunteer of the year. And trust me, having that accolade on my, what we can say, forum or portfolio has its own strength, has its own flex. And You never know. We would have something for our teachers also hidden around whenever this grand event happened. Moving ahead, if we talk about our different, programs. So interns meet 4 was one of the recent interns program. We parallelly had interns meet 3. Parallelly had interns meet 2. And let me spill some bean. On 4th January 2025, we're gonna have our interns meet 5. More details are gonna be shared pretty soon. But we are someone who makes sure that this bridging, that this real life application, this networking, collaboration, teamwork happens on an everyday scale. But again, a question arises how we are doing it. And this particular question is going to be answered pretty soon. But today, we have someone special with us. And it's my privilege to introduce our esteemed guest, someone whose experience speaks volume and whose insights are bound to inspire. He is an tech influencer. He is a co-founder at schoolsally.com, a skill development consultant, over 23 years of experience in the education industry. Please join me welcoming Dr. Gaurav Kapoor. Gaurav, sir, we all would be obliged if you could please acknowledge our educator. The stage is all yours, sir. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Namaste. Good evening. Thank you, Anand, formally and informally from the bottom of my heart to invite me and be a part of such a beautiful community. I have just interacted twice with Aarti ma'am, and I could understand the density and the depth of work Anon is doing. And I'm very, very privileged once again to be a part of this community today. I thought, a lot of things are happening around us, but since Anon is specifically working on the life skills, I have actually shortlisted one of this beautiful activity for all of us. So if you are all ready, just type yes in the chat box so I know you are actually able to hear me and I'm also visible on your screen. Could you all type yes on the chat box, please? Awesome. Now I know I am able to talk to humans and they are there. Thank you so much. Siddhant perhaps introduced me as a school and skill development trainer, but I still consider myself as a student. So there's so much to learn from all of you. And let this 10 minutes or 15 minutes be an exposure where both of us, all of us learn from each other. So great. Thank you. You can keep pouring that yes on the screen. That's very motivating for me at this moment. Let it continue. Okay, so I thought maybe what is this activity which we can do with our teachers today? And this should empower them to interact with their students. First of all, I also feel any session, any training, any meeting that we do should upskill me as a person, right? And second, I should be able to utilize all the learning. So it could be a 10-minute session that you do with us. It could be a half an hour or a full day workshop that I do with teachers, but I make sure the learning that teachers take with us, they could actually apply it in the classroom. So this activity that I have shortlisted for you today is actually, very, very popular in the Western world. I'm sure some of you would have met me and some of you would have actually seen this activity. So what I'm going to screen, are you able to see the screen? Yeah. Now on your screen, what you see is called as a blob tree. And this blob tree represents your feeling at this moment, right? Let me repeat my instructions for you. The image that you see on the screen is called blob tree. And this blob tree has different kind of expressions. Now, I want you to identify your expressions or your feelings right now. So imagine I am feeling very excited and I am going to give myself, or maybe, my feeling represents the figure number 10 here. And so I'm going to say, hey, I am figure number 10 because I feel like this blob who's at number 10, right? So similarly, look at this picture very closely, and in the chat box, just tell me, how do you feel right now looking at the blob tree which is there on the screen? So is there anyone who could? Okay, I've already started getting a lot of responses.
So may
Anybody
I
would like
say,
to just rephrase what I said?
if you can hear me, sir?
Yes, please, go ahead.
So I think
I can
I
hear you
can
loud and
relate
clear, ma'am.
myself with number 7. Feeling
Okay. But
secured,
what is the task?
comfortable, but still like waiting to reach the top.
Okay, so again, let me repeat the instructions. You have to pick one. I see Shami ma'am also has given me 3 figures in the blob tree, but you'd have to pick one which resonates your feeling at this moment. So you might say, I'm at number 1, and this is what I'm feeling right now. I'm at number 7, I'm at number 15, I'm number 19, so on and so forth. Just pick one. Let's give it one more try. Okay, Monisha Subramaniam says 10. Mansi Kapoor ma'am says 10. Sorry, Monisha ma'am says 15 and Mansi ma'am says 10. Come on, let it pour. Awesome. I'm going to pick few, and then are you ready to respond? Why have you picked up this figure or this number? So let's go to maybe Manisha ma'am. Are you there? Can you unmute and maybe share why have you chosen number 10? I'm going to pick few from these, but you'll have to tell us why have you picked up. Mamta ma'am, good evening. Yes,
Good
welcome.
evening, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, I choose number 10 because I'm really excited.
You're very excited. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Give her a round of applause. Okay, Dipali ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dipali ma'am.
Sir,
Why
sir.
have you chosen number 4?
Number 4. I'm too excited. I want to dance. That's why I chosen number 4.
You want
See,
dance. Okay,
dancing.
very nice. Very nice. Okay.
I'm a dancer person.
Oh, you love to dance. Wonderful. Mamta ma'am, please go ahead.
So
Number
I
4.
feel I relate to picture number 12 because I'm very happy and I have my well-wishers around me with whom I feel blessed and with whom I intend to reach the top, with whose support and love.
Okay. Wonderful. 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 Okay, let me pick at least 3 or 4 more people. Medini ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening. I just picked the number 15 because I'm thinking that this is the perfect time when I hold this opportunity with me.
Okay, so you're feeling excited.
Yes, sir. And I'm just holding it tight.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's pick at least 2 more volunteers. Jayashri ma'am,
Yeah, good evening, sir. Am I audible?
yes,
Am
good
I
evening.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I feel cheerful and blissful.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
and that
feel
is why you have
cheerful
chosen number 15.
and number 15. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk to Aarti ma'am now. Aarti ma'am, why have you chosen number 20 as
Yeah,
a block?
sir, I have chosen number 20 twice. The
Okay,
reason being, uh, this vision of starting teachers or educators fellowship or internship, whatever you name, was the time when the inception of this Anon Global Foundation in 2019, it was in my mind that teachers के लिए कुछ करना है, पर teachers मुझे अभी जल्दी समझेंगी नहीं. So
right.
let me start with the student, and then teachers will be there, and then the support will come. And today,
Okay, wonderful.
one reason. And second reason, let me go to the top and let me pull all others on the top.
Okay, very nice. A big round of applause for Aarti ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, Shami ma'am, have you also chosen Any blob from the tree? Could you please tell us why have you chosen that blob and
So I think
what is the reason? Yes.
I think I'll choose 15, that I'm on the
Okay.
journey of self-evolution and
Okay.
I'm enjoying my journey. And while I'm doing that, I still look at number 7, that I like to lift people on the way. I haven't reached where I have to be, but the journey is on, because the journey never ends. It's still there till the last day of our life. So I'm enjoying the journey.
Okay, very nice. Wonderful. Any volunteers, one or two? Because I have my limited. Okay, Revati ma'am, I can see you raising your hand. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I have selected number 16. So I think, yes, I have reached halfway through, but here I am supporting someone, and at the same time, I am getting support from someone
Okay.
to
Okay,
stand over.
wonderful.
So
Very
giving support and getting support is something which is, really needed to go further in our life.
Okay. Last but not the least, let's pick Aisha ma'am and let's hear why has she chosen number 9 as a block.
Yes, sir. I have chosen number 9 to see that there shows that very situations where
Your voice is little feeble, Aisha ma'am. We can't hear you clearly. Is it only with me or
am
others?
I audible now? Am I audible now?
Little better.
Okay, I'm saying I've chosen number 9 because I'm really excited to climb the ladder of learning and step up quickly with everyone so that for these 3 months we all will be together and happy and excited to learn.
Okay, what I could hear is you said you are on a journey and perhaps climbing the ladder, right? That's the only thing I could
Yes,
hear.
yes, yes, sir. I'm in the
Okay,
journey of
great,
new learning.
wonderful. Now let me ask you, teachers, in your classroom, is there any chance you could use this blob tree, and this is freely available on internet? And how do you think you could use it with your students, and what will be the occasions when you feel you could use this blob tree, and ask some of your students to look at this picture and let them identify how they are feeling at that moment? So these are two questions. One, could you use it in your classroom? Can you start using it? And what will be the occasion when you could? Okay, Mamta ma'am, I saw you raising the hand first. Please go ahead.
Okay. So yes, this can be used on different occasions, but the one thing that cropped up my mind is maybe before exams when the students are like a bit stressed out, just to understand their emotional status and well-being, we can just use it and understand what they are feeling, how they are going through, and just help them through the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much, Sheetal ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, this is very inclusive picture actually, and I'm agreeing to ma'am as well. Like she can use this when children are very, during their exams they feel disgrace, or they are having different mixed up emotions. Like me, I'm mentoring my primary students early years basically, so there we can just talk while we are having a circle time, or when children are back from their vacation, and we can just sit and talk like what are their emotions after they are back to school, after having a time with their families or students. So this picture can be well used when we are talking about their emotions and feelings, and they can just observe each one standing with different position. Some are sitting, some are trying to climb, some are holding, some are trying to support and help. So this can be used there as well.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Any other one or two volunteers who'd like to share? Evita ma'am, I see your hand raised. Yes, please go ahead. Your voice is too
Use
you're not audible. Is it only because of my network, or your voice is feeble? Could you switch off your camera and then try and speak? Maybe there is a bandwidth issue. Evita ma'am? Yes, please. We can't hear Evita ma'am. Is there anyone else who would like to share how would they like to use this picture in their classroom and why and what will be the occasion on which they could use?
Sir, can I say?
Yes, please. You'll have to introduce your name also.
Bushra, this side from St. Thomas School, Loni.
Yes,
This picture we can
go ahead.
use when the students are entering the new session, new class, or maybe new school, how they are feeling at the beginning of that new journey, upcoming journey. Maybe when they are going to, like, they are
Okay.
feeling happy to see some new faces, or they are feeling sad that they have certain old faces which they don't like to see. In that way also we can, like, they want to be with their friends, like depicting number 11 and 12 holding each other's hands. Some are feeling already on top of the world, moving ahead to the next level of the class or something. In that way it can also be used.
Okay, awesome. Could you all just give yourself a big round of applause? I think the next bigger question I wanted to leave the audience today was, why is it so important for us to identify our own feelings? I'm not looking for a definite answer, but perhaps I wanted to leave you with some thoughts by showing this blob tree. And there are many resources that are available today for us to help our children to identify their own feeling, perhaps reflect on some of these feelings, and help them identify and be self-aware on what do they do if they feel angry, what do they do if they feel neglected. And it happens with all of us too, right? We are all human beings. हम सबके साथ ये होता है. But the whole idea of showing you this blob tree and perhaps doing this exercise with you, of course, I wanted you to open up because this is our first meeting. I wanted to listen from all of you. The second reason I wanted to show you this picture is that it's very important for all of us to identify how we behave in a particular way, in a particular emotion, right? It is first the self-awareness, and then second, what it leads to is perhaps I want to manage the way I behave when I am angry. It's not controlling, because controlling will actually convert that entire feeling into a suppressed feeling. Or let me ask you this question. Just raise your hand, okay? Genuinely, how many of you feel we are emotionally balanced people?
Are you crying?
Very few, I think. None of them, none of us, right? But how many of you feel that it is good and it is okay, it is perhaps a good exercise to train our brain on handling emotions? Yeah, it is a trainable tool, right? We must learn to train our brain on how to handle emotions. So perhaps this is one exercise I wanted to do, and this is my introductory meeting with all of you. I'm looking for many more meetings to come. So I'm going to leave you with this thought that look at this blob tree, identify your feeling, let your students look at some of these beautiful tools that are available freely online, help them identify to understand their own feeling, create some self-awareness, and help them to self-manage. With that, I am signing off, and over to you, Siddharth. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Jai Hind. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. What a powerful, fresh activity for all of us. जब मैंने देखा कोटिन को तो मुझे तो ऐसे लगा कि मैं इस ब्लॉक ट्री को किस तरह से अपनी क्लासरूम में यूज कर सकती हूँ. Lot of emotions and the story can also be structured throughout that particular tree. So thank you so much, sir, for so powerful ideas that we can take forward in the classroom. Thank you for the thought-provoking and impactful words. We are here to introduce Dr. Suvinder Vikram Singh, who is an accomplished education leader with 3 decades of expertise in curriculum development, policy planning, and administration in Uttar Pradesh. He served as Director, Department of Basic Education, spearheading initiatives like Operation Kayakalp, enhancing infrastructure in our over 1,34,000 schools and increasing student enrollment to 1.84 crores. His tenure at CEERT included leading state living learning assessment and introducing QR-coded textbooks lauded nationally. Dr. Singh's work includes collaborations with nonprofits implementing innovative teaching practices and authoring education literature. A PhD holder in education and awarded poet, he exemplifies dedication to improving educational outcomes and fostering equitable learning environments. Thank you so much, sir, for being in the forum. And now we are going to introduce the core team of Enon Global Foundation. The hearts of the team is Dr. Aarti Girdhar, the founder president, and Shami Purthi ma'am, the vice president. एक संगठन की सफलता उसकी मुख्य टीम की मेहनत, एकजुटता और समर्पण पर निर्भर करती है. We are having the hearts along with the executive councils, and the hierarchy allows efficient task delegation, which is proven by the executive councils. As EC president, Siddharth Pradhan from Tata Consultancy Services, and who is the co-host with me today evening, and the Vice President, committed Alpesh Saxena from Tata Consultancy Services. Over to you, Siddharth.
Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am. So before we move forward with our other set of hierarchy, I mean, it's important that we should acknowledge the heart and soul or the core team, as you correctly mentioned. So in the forum, we have our founder and president, Dr. Aarti Girdhar ma'am, who has an experience in the teaching background for the last 20 plus years. Moreover, the accolades are so many and so much कि पूरी रात ढल जाएगी लेकिन ये accolades नहीं खत्म होंगे. So without a further ado, I would request Dr. Aarti Girdhar ma'am to please step in and acknowledge our educators. Thank you so much, ma'am.
A very good evening, teachers, Dr. Kapoor and Vikram sir, for being a part of this forum. And we are privileged that people are supporting in such a way that we just manifest the things and the things are happening. And that is why it was beyond my imagination that we'll be getting more than 100 educators being interested in this kind of fellowship, because usually it happens that having the first batch is difficult to convince the people that how we will be going about. But as we have done lot of hard work with the student in the schools also, we have done lot of commitment, and I believe the principals are supporting, and that is why today so many educators are a part of this fellowship. I believe that we need to develop a lot on the resilience among the students, because that is something missing. And we as a human being also often break down on the things that we need to work upon. There are many things in this course of this fellowship. You will find lot of solution, and I'm sure with your support this batch is going to be the most successful one ever. And that is my aim, my vision, my passion, to make it the best of everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, ma'am, for so insightful words.
Lovely. Moving ahead, as we were talking about the hierarchy, it's important that you have already seen me, the EC president, we have EC vice president, but the hierarchy never ends here. I mean, we do have another column, another set of individuals, or I'd say these other set of spine who make sure that our essential projects, our creative initiative takes a dynamic boost. We have in our Executive Council Leadership Facilitator Program Bhaskar Gupta, Jia Singh, Yuvika Masand, Ila Arun, and Akshita Jain. Now it's time to go back in nostalgia, educators, that we have been doing around for the last more than a week, I would say. It's time for the teacher interaction video. Can we have the glimpse, please, that we all have been living for the last few weeks, I would say. Can we have the video, please?
आठ समंदर अपना अंबर खोज ले अब तू अपने दम पर भूख मार के धूल झाड़ ले छोड़ छाड़ के सारे छप्पर आठ समंदर अपना अंबर खोज ले अब तू अपने दम पर भूख मार के धूल झाड़ ले छोड़ छाड़ के सारे छप्पर खोल दे पर 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 रटी रटाई सारी छोड़ो भी दुनियादारी रटी रटाई सारी छोड़ो भी दुनियादारी बागी तेवर जो तेरे बोलेंगे सब अनाड़ी
Oh, so that was a glimpse of the journey that we all educators have been living. So, as the wording said, khol de par, I would request all the educators that this is your platform. Open the doors to us new idea, experiences, practices, and we're gonna make sure that opportunity knocks your door. Now it's time to get going with the next segment, that is the AGF Educator Fellowship Program or the overview. Do you have any idea, Pooja ma'am, what exactly we're gonna talk about now?
Oh, wow. The name itself is big enough to say. शिक्षक की मूरत पे भगवान बसते हैं, जो राह दिखाए बिना थके नहीं रुकते हैं। उनकी बातें ज्ञान की गहरी नदी सी होती है, जो हर दिल में प्यार की बसी होती है। The foundation of a strong community, where every individual's strength contributes to the greater good, is termed as fellowship. Please join us in giving a warm round of applause as we welcome our early years educators.
To go ahead with, we have our educators from Aravali International School, Faridabad. We have Gunjan Kakkar, Revati Khetrapal. Moving ahead from Delhi Public School, Mahindra Hills, we have Pavni Vinit Kotak. And from IGS Noida, or I would say Indraprasth Global School Noida, we have Dipali and Renu Khosla. Can we move ahead?
And now we are giving the big round of applause for the PRTs. Khushbu Verma from Abhinav Public School, Pitampura. From Aravali International School, Faridabad, Sheetal Shefali Sharma, Tushti Gill, Lavina Kaushal from Army Public School, Mamun. Jayashri Panda from Delhi Public School, Mahendra Hills. From Indraprastha Global School, Noida, we have Aisha Siddiqui, Mamta Gupta, Manisha Bachar, Sangeeta Malhotra, Shubhra Bhatnagar. From St. Thomas School, Loni, Monisha Subramaniam, Priyanka Verma. Priyanka Sharma from Swami Vivekanand Vidyalay, Hapur. Over to you, Siddhant.
Moving ahead with the TGTs. Again, the only schools I'm just focusing are from A's. I don't know why, but it's from Abhinav Public School, Pitampura, or from Aravali International School, Faridabad. We have individuals or educators from Abhinav APS, Pitampura, Indu Vasist. Mansi Kapoor, and from Aravali International School, Faridabad, we have Roshni Rekhi, Sonakshi Swami. From DPS Mahindra Hills, we have Avita Joseph, Manisha Chintala. From Gyan Mandir Public School, we have Manisha, Monica Lamba Antil. We have from Hari Vidya Bhavan Senior Secondary School, we have Bini Diwan. From Holy Child International School, we have Pooja Mam. From IGS Noida, we have Sonali Kakkar, Sumi Bhatnagar. From St. Thomas Indrapuram, we have Neena Jha, Shweta Gairola, as well as from St. Thomas School Loni, we have Bushra Rizvi. Congratulations, educators. Moving ahead.
Congratulations to PGT and Counselor Pedni Chaudhary from Abhinav Public School, Pitampura. Sukhwinder Kaur, Academics Heights World School, Pitampura. Rachna Jain from Mayur School, Noida. From Army Public School, Mamum Vihab, Kitika Mahajan. Kiran Gupta, Kalpana Kumari. Congratulations to all. हर एक मुख्य आकर्षण अपने आप में एक नई कहानी है, तो आइए बिना देर किए हम इस शानदार क्षणों को जानें। The program highlights the skills that will define success are not just technical, but also emotional, collaborative, and creative as the 21st century skills. सिद्धांत, पता है मैं हर रोज एक ही क्वेश्चन करती हूँ अपने आप से, और एक बात भी बताती हूँ अपने आप को ही कि मैं 21वीं सदी की लड़की हूँ, जहां मेरे पास ना सिर्फ सपने हैं बल्कि उनको पूरा करने का एक जज्बा, एक हिम्मत, एक हौसला भी है। To think outside the box and collaborate across borders and on focuses on 21st century skills. The keys to work unlock new opportunities where communication, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and citizenship is essential in preparing individuals for positive well-being.
Moving ahead, with the prospects of well-being, definitely, as you have listened, I mean, you have seen the vision and mission. Without well-being, without life skill, this fellowship would be pretty incomplete. So we are going to cover physical, mental, social, spiritual, emotional well-being throughout this whole journey. Moving ahead to the next set of aspect, collaboration and networking. I mean, indeed, any fellowship that creates opportunity is expected to network with the peers and mentors or professional, because we all, I mean, all the educators are from diverse background. Their new ideas, their new perception, their new experience, their new best practices are gonna help you to grow yourself throughout this whole journey. And definitely, we as a catalyst, we're gonna make sure that we provide you the resources, tools, and platforms to further develop. And if we talk about the training prospects, so industrial leaders, how can we miss them? Industrial leaders, for instance, today you heard from Dr. Gaurav Kapoor and this wealth of experience, and we're gonna make sure that you are updated with the knowledge that can help you to stay upfront with trends, technologies, and methodologies in your respective fields, as well as in diverse fields. Moreover, this whole journey will cover many skill improvements, many workshops, many hands-on training that will accelerate your professional development. And if we move ahead with the prospects of compassionatism and inclusivity in classroom, definitely Pooja ma'am would be the right person to share some insights on this.
Yeah, sure, Bhaskar. Thank you so much. शिक्षक वही है जो छात्रों के दिलों में करुणा और सहानुभूति का पौधा रोपता है. And being compassionate and inclusive classroom, I truly meant that inclusive classroom is one where all the children have the opportunity to grow, learn, and succeed together. Siddhant, how can we enrich the learning experiences for our kids apart from inclusion and compassion? Is there any other way out?
I think we have some digital tools hidden. So, as mentioned earlier, in order to go ahead and scale with the diverse trends, diverse skill sets, and it's important that the introduction to the digital tools would be incorporated in this fellowship journey, where classroom engagements, program methodologies are going to be served on your plates that will help you towards your growing journey. Moving ahead, if I have to understand that, is there any more growth initiatives that we can go ahead with? Is there any other prospect that we can deal with? So I think we have one more prominent person in this particular forum who can help us to get along and make us understand that how we can leverage this particular platform to the fullest For that, I would like to call upon our Vice President at Anon Global Foundation, Ms. Shami Pruthi, ma'am, to take it forward and enlighten us. Over to you, ma'am. The platform is all yours.
Thank you very much, Siddhant and Pooja. So far we are kind of understanding what all will be the flow of the next 3 months that we are going to do. Apart from the things that the key highlights, there are certain other growth initiatives that can help us accelerate our growth. And what can that be? This is not mandatory, but this is suggested. We would strongly suggest we take up these initiatives. So first of that would be joining Team Anon for school workshops. As you must have seen that we go to a lot of schools. We have visited your schools also many times for workshops on mental health and life skills. So you can join us on those, as and when you are free or you have accessibility to the school. So you can always join us for some school workshops during the tenure of the next 3 months. The second thing is you can help undertake Project Uchai work. And what exactly Project Uchai is? We have a team for our interns where we try to bring these interns who are really blessed with lots of resources and come from backgrounds where they have access to a lot of opportunities and other resources, and there must be some other people who do not have access to those opportunities. So we try to bridge that gap and try to help our interns from these families, blessed families, to go to the not so blessed kids and help them take up certain small workshops or many other initiatives that we do with them. It's basically a two-way process where our interns from the blessed families, they understand how to count our own blessings, and the other way, it gives opportunities to those kids not only to become self-aware or find their own talents and get certain other opportunities that these kids can provide them. So you could also be a part of such initiative that Project Uchai does. We will be sharing a few pictures for you to understand this Project Uchai better. Another thing that you could also do apart from this is that you could visit our office, which is very close to Mohan Estate in Delhi, Sarita Vihar or Mohan Estate, if you're familiar with that area. You could visit that office, and we have a team called Upscale and TLM. So many times, whatever things we think they're trash, people throw in the dustbin, we try to create treasures out of those trash, and we try to use lot of things as TLM in our workshops. Nothing goes waste, so you could help us upscale those things with our interns, with us. We also have another initiative that is called Anonathan Fitness for Life. And as the name suggests, we all are getting too much into a sedentary lifestyle, which is inviting like obesity and many other health problems. So it's our initiative or it's our prerogative that we make fitness a lifestyle for our young people, for our teachers, and anyone that we can connect with. So what happens is Anonathan is we throw a monthly challenge. It could be like ball exercises. It could be exercise with the ball. It could be anything that makes exercising, doing at home, little fun, so that we start bringing it into our own lifestyle. So we could take up these challenges and bring fitness in our own lives. Now, as we said, these are growth initiatives. And when we take up any or all of these initiatives, apart from whatever we are doing in the fellowship program, we are adding credits to our score. Because why we need credits later on, we will be understanding that there is certification and things. So the more we do, the fitter we become, the how we help, as we saw in the blob tree, certain people will helping pull lift others up. तो हमारा भी यही सोचना है कि हमारा काम केवल अपने आप को एलिवेट करना नहीं है. It's our responsibility to help elevate other people along our journey. So these are some of the growth initiatives that you could take up besides what you would be doing in the structured program in the next 3 months. So if you have any questions, we'll be taking up later, certainly. So going further, and these are very interesting, trust me, a few pictures of where our interns and us taking Project Uchai to the rural areas or areas which are less accessible with less opportunities. There are many. We tried to put in a few that would give you a brief idea of what is happening. So this is Project Uchai. Next, let's have a look at what upscale looks like. So if you could see a lot of interns making things out of whatever things we get lay our hands on. And you must have seen a lot of props that we use in the workshops. They are also a product of upscaling the trash that we have. Moving next. Now, why AGF fellowship? What is the advantage? How is it different from any other program that could be available online, offline? So few of the advantages. One, most important, it's flexible. We know our teachers are very busy. They have lots of assignments and busy schedules. So we try to keep it flexible so that it can match up with your busy lifestyles. And it's accessible. We have tried to tailor the skills and expertise in the key areas related to well-being and life skills, because we would not want that um, academics or well-being and life skills are taken up as islands or individual things, isolation. They are brought together, they're integrated in the same classroom. While any topic is being covered, we also learn mental health, we also learn about the life skills and integrated, cultivated in our students. So we have tried to tailor those kind of things in the program. Next, as you must have seen, we will be getting mentorship from the industry leaders, and we also have with us our distinguished guest, Dr. Kapoor, also as one of them. The projects will be transformative and very meaningful. It would just not be that, run of the mill, normal, casual kinds of things. We will try to make projects which have some deep meaning that resonate and help us transform our way of looking at education. There will be invaluable networking with passionate educators, because we will be creating WhatsApp groups. So we saw different teams, early years, PRT, PGT, TGT. So we will be having 4 different WhatsApp groups and a community where there will be one main group of all the teachers. So we will be networking from teachers across the country so that we can learn from each other different things that maybe one school is taking up and we don't know what is happening. So it's a give and take process. Next is there will be recognition of excellence. Our educators mostly, they are the unsung heroes who are generally not appreciated or applauded the way they should be. So we will like to appreciate you and recognize you. But the more excellence or the more creativity we try to bring in, the certification or the recognition will move accordingly. Then there will be holistic and comprehensive personal growth. We will not try to just look into one single aspect. We'll try to make it a wholesome package. And in the end, you would be empowered to lead change, or you would be helping each other to be empowered, and together hope. There is this thing now, Vasudeva Kutumbakam, together, and then Ubuntu concept in Africa, जहाँ पर सब एक साथ चलते हैं और together we rise, together we move together, we help each other empowered. So these are few of the important advantages which might you might not find in some other programs. So and we are open to incorporating more changes as per the requirement of our educators. Moving further, let's understand the certification and award. So the certification or awarding recognition will be in three categories. If we are just completing the structured courses or whatever we are doing, the commitment is not that great, or we are not that proactive. The reason could be any, because of being busy or lack of attitude or interest, whatever. So we get a B certificate, B kind of certification, which would be the completion certificate. If we move further ahead, we are committed, we are proactive, we stay connected, and we try to come up with better ideas and things, then we get the A certification, which is committed, in which the certificate would be framed. But if we come up with out of the box ideas, always there, trying to make the best use of 3 months, forgetting that making, वो कहते हैं ना कि ये 70 मिनट या 90 मिनट होते हैं फुटबॉल के मैच में, और वो उसके अंदर जब हम अपनी पूरी जी जान लगा लेते हैं, that's where we are the champions. So that is the outstanding award plus the framed certificate that a teacher or educator can earn. All these are to be earned, and it all depends on what you do, how you do, and how open you are to sharing your thoughts with others. I elevate just myself, or I elevate others with myself. That is the attitude that we would love to cultivate in this fellowship. So this is about certification and award, and of course the growth initiatives would add credit to your score and help you reach the outstanding certification. So I think it should have been a little journey of excitement, knowing more about what is to follow. Does this excite our educators? Yep. And we also are so excited and looking forward to it. And we are open to your questions. If there are questions, if there are any this thing, of course, as we move into the program, we will be getting more and more details, and we will be able to get a better understanding of what we are doing. But for the time being, if you have any questions or things, you can always write in the chat box. You can always unmute yourself and ask. Now over to Siddhant and Pooja.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shami ma'am, for enlightening us and providing such a great insight. As ma'am mentioned, that the forum, the Q&A box, the Q&A section is open for your queries, any doubts you have. Feel free to drop your questions Q&A. I would request again, can we have one final time the screen sharing? Because that QR code was also pretty important to be discussed. I would request all the faculty members to take a screenshot of this particular slide, most importantly, because this will redirect you to all our socials. Definitely, as on some of the socials, you may not be on Instagram, but definitely you can connect us on LinkedIn. Definitely, you may not be on LinkedIn or Instagram, but Spotify is something that we tune it at any point of time. So you can go over there. And YouTube is pretty evergreen. Every educator would be having that particular thing, maybe for your TLM purpose or for any other purpose. So you can just subscribe our channel accordingly, so you are up to date with all our groundworks to events to workshop and whatnot. So by that time you are taking screenshots, you are dropping your questions in the chat box, or you are raising hands, feel free to go ahead and explore this particular beautiful media platform that we have created for you. I'm opening this particular QR for a minute for you guys to take a screenshot or a screen map for you guys, and more or less the forum is open for Q&As, and feel free to ask any questions you have or raise your hands if you have any queries.
Ma'am, is it going to be every day?
No, ma'am, no, not at all. Because
Okay.
we will be putting the question that we want to have a meeting on this day because we have something new for you, and then only we can whatever time you suggest. Like for example, today three teachers messaged us that 8 p.m. is very late for them. Then we excuse them for this meeting, but then when they are a part of it, if 7 p.m. suits most of them, like more 7 or 8 teachers might be in the group, then we will go ahead with that. Fine. And we expect 2 to 3 hours, but I am sure once you are into the system, you will ask for more.
2 to 3 hours in a week.
In a week.
Every day.
With 2 to 3 hours in a week.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So, Sarvinder sir, would you like to be like, how do you like this interaction, or any words from you?
Thank you for providing me this opportunity to join this online session. Since I am new to this platform and exercise and fellowship program, I am still in process of understanding and absorbing all the things. One. Secondly, I still believe and I feel, I strongly believe that since time is changing very fast, technology is interrupting everything. Children are bogged down with the technology, and that is the biggest challenge, and that is the biggest advantage, what I have understood. So, in these changing times, what should be the strategy to handle the situation, to cope with the stress, how to handle the class, how to deal with the children? As a teacher, it's very difficult. Other day, I was reading an article. It starts with the sentence very meaningful for me, and I thought I should share with the group. In a rapidly changing world, being prepared is everything. So, so I think this is the line I thought I should share with you, because you can't say that this is the prescription, this is the solution. 20 years back, 30 years back, there might be a situation where a solution could work, but now every teacher has a unique classroom. Every child is unique. So solutions are also going to be very unique kind of. So thank you for this opportunity and best wishes for this fellowship program and for the potential fellows.
Sarvinder sir, namaskar. I'd just like to add one thing for you. So for all the teachers and educators here, I am meeting Sarvinder sir for the second time perhaps, and we met in Lucknow once. Thank you so much. We are very humbled that you are here as a part of the family and you're contributing with your experience. But one thing that really excites me about Sarvinder sir is that one is being humble, and the second thing is, he's always ready to learn something new. The moment I shared this creative with him, and he was very very keen on how can I join, how can I meet new educators, how can I contribute. So sir, I think we have a lot to learn from you. A big round of applause for you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for guiding us. We
Thank
are
you.
also hoping with your kind of experience, because I always learn everybody who has worked in the government sector, their experience is always from macro to micro. So you have 20,000, 30,000 schools to look at, maybe a lakh of children to look at. Your focus is always from macro to micro, whereas we look at growing the journey from micro to macro. कि अभी हमारे पास 30 स्कूल हैं, 50 स्कूल हैं, फिर 100 हो जाएंगे, 500 हो जाएंगे. So I think we all need to complement each other. Thank you once again for joining us today, and we look forward that we have very close association with you
Sure.
and
Sure.
continue to work with you. Thank you, sir. Namaste.
Thank you.
We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed guests for gracing us with their presence and sharing their invaluable insights. Sir, your words have left us inspired and motivated. We also express our gratitude to the dedicated educators. Your active participation, enthusiasm, and curiosity added life to this event today. Let us take forward the learnings and collaborations from today and work together to achieve great heights. Thank you once again for making the event a memorable and success. Thank you.
Dear teachers, before going, I request, I am saying a statement, आपको उसको complete करना और chat में लिखना है. Ready, steady, now complete the statement.